what's going on YouTube? It's the old soldier coming at you from Robeson County, North Carolina. Hadn't done a video in a few days, so I'd give you all an update, let you know we're still coming along slowly but surely. We're eventually going to get to where we need to be. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get back into some type of normal routine of my exercise and my videos and getting things out. I've been trying to keep my finger on the pulse of some things that are going on. I see where Portland, Oregon has become a mess. If anybody lives out there and can tell you otherwise, let us know in the comments below. But it looks like Portland is starting to get a little nasty. But anyway, folks, if you haven't checked him out, you need to check out Uncle Al's channel. I've probably recommended him before. He's another one that he tells it like it is and doesn't hold anything back when he does. And certainly his candid approach to things is much appreciated. Another good one channel that I follow and I watch and I go to his live show, live chats when I can, is Corsair Trainers. Steve has a very, very practical, everyday approach to, some of us call it prepping, others survival, whatever you want to call it, but he has a very, very practical, everyday approach to things. And he's a bit of a realist, and I appreciate that too. And why did I say that? Because he looks at things from a common sense perspective, which is funny for a Marine. Just kidding, Steve. But no, a very common sense approach to how he brings things out to you. He looks at things from a practical standpoint of, okay, I went to work today. On my way home, these dipsticks blocked the interstate. What's my contingency to get around the roadblock? Do I have enough things in my bag in the event I have to abandon my vehicle to get home, kind of thing? Or let's just say it's a normal day and my vehicle breaks down. What do I have in my bag that will get me home? Food, water, defense. If it's cold, something to keep warm. If it's raining, something to keep dry. Those kinds of things. And he's done some really, really great videos on what to put in, as he calls it, his get home bag. So check those guys out, and give them a fair shake and see what they've got to say. And like I said, they've got a lot of common sense approach to a lot of things. So like I said, go check those guys out. But anyway, me and Mrs. Old Soldier, we're plugging along. We had to break off with some serious money this week though, because we had to upgrade our living conditions, because daughter of Old Soldier had to come back and stay with us. So you saw the first camper that we got. It had barely enough room for me, her, and the two puppies. So yeah, we went and traded in on a larger model that will accommodate our daughter and potentially our son if his living arrangements fall through. It was no fault of our daughter. The people she was staying with, their apartment complex kicked them out early because they were buying a home. They told them they needed the end of August. The apartment complex translated that to the 19th. So kind of put them out in a hard spot. So our daughter had to come back and stay with us. And people my son's staying with, I don't know. But they keep, but he's been told he's got a room regardless of what happens there. But anyway, that's the new digs. It's a low 26-foot camper. It's basically got all the amenities of home. Didn't really want to break off with the money, but I figured if I was going to get another one, I'd get a little newer model, something that's going to last a long time. So this ought to do it. Hopefully by next week you won't hear that thing running when I do my videos. I'm running off of generator right now. What I'm doing is I'm alternating. There's two of them over there. Got a little Champion. What is that sucker? It's a dual fuel Champion that has 4750 starting watts and 3800 running watts on gas. A little bit lower on propane. So I can run it off of gas and propane. Then I've got a Harbor Freight Predator 9000. Now let me tell you, that sucker on a full tank of gas will run 13 hours, and I've tested it. Yeah, the other night I actually got 14 and a half hours on a full tank. That's, 13 hours at only half load. And the biggest thing in this RV that's pulling on the generator is the air conditioner. The refrigerator inside does run off of electricity or propane gas. My wife couldn't understand how a refrigerator can run off of propane gas. I had to explain to her it's a chemical cooling process. There's certain chemicals that heat up, and an evaporative process that cools the interior of the refrigerator and freezer. But if you think back, if you look at the history of refrigeration, old refrigerators, the first ones that came into being actually ran off of kerosene. A lot of people don't realize that. But the original refrigerators, ran off of kerosene. And that's what replaced the ice box. Back before the refrigerator, you had ice boxes, and once or twice a week you went and got a block of ice to put in it. And for people that were too poor to have an ice box, well, believe it or not, they dug a hole in the ground, packed their food in the ground. Some people still do that in the wilderness situations. But anyway, folks, I've rambled on enough. Just wanted to let you know that we're making it. Things are moving a little slow, waiting on the mortgage company to do some things that they're supposed to have already done. And my contractor's already lined up. They've got a demolition crew on tap, ready to go. Like I said, we're just waiting on the mortgage company to start releasing funds to make this happen. And then this will come down completely and entirely. And we're going to get a brand new unit put up. So God has blessed us in that measure. It's sometimes kind of funny how blessings come, but again, this particular house, though, I'll still say it, the Champion Homes was so well built. It saved the lives of our family and most and much of our possessions. Not that that should be important. That possessions and material things can always be replaced, but I just want to say that Champion Homes, and this was built in Lillington, North Carolina at the plant there. They did a phenomenal job when they put it together. The entire fire itself was kept in the roof, inside the roof in the attic portion. Come around the side again. I know I keep rambling, folks. Probably the sun I'm standing in, but anyway. There's where the lightning hit, right there in that gable. And some of that, where you see it tore up, where the fire department had to tear in there and run a hose to spray it and everything. But again, like I said, they said the roof, because that roof was put on so tight, it kept a whole lot of air from getting in there and building up a lot of heat. So yeah, it burned all the trusses, it burnt most of the engineered beam, and it burnt all the plywood from one gable to the next on the inside. But not once did the fire ever break through the roof either. So again, we're blessed in that measure. Anyway, folks, y'all take care, be safe, stay safe. Until tomorrow, it's the Old Soldier out.